Isn't it refreshing to change up your work environment once in a while? If you can afford to get out of the confines of your office, it can be extremely motivating and inspiring. So, with this in mind, today we're here at one of the trendiest and most stylish co-working spaces in the metro. The workspace has long evolved from traditional office rooms to trendy and exciting co-working environment where one can create connections and collaborate with other people. Located at the penthouse of 8 Rockwell in Makati, Common Ground provides a stunning panoramic view of the metro, allowing clients to work while looking at a horizon of boundless possibilities. With over 1,847 square meters of office space, which fits 325 people, Common Ground brings you the most prestigious and sophisticated address in the metro. So I'm here with Lucia, the expansion manager of Common Ground Philippines. So you brought Common Ground from Malaysia here to the Philippines. Tell us about that story.
It was last year around like July. So it was myself and my colleague, his name is Brian. The directors decided to send us here to the Philippines to roll out the venues. Like bring the product from Malaysia and just establish it here, establish the brand and open the venues.
What would you say is the edge of Common Ground versus other co-working spaces now?
So there's few things that makes us different between the local players and even the international players. The biggest difference that you can see when you go inside Common Ground is that we have a lifestyle proposition. We just don't stop in the Wi-Fi and the free coffee. We really provide an entire experience for our members. When you come to Common Ground, when you join Common Ground, you really find a place, it's like a one-stop shop. So from things like, let's say like memberships in gyms or discounts for airlines, it's not only about work, we also have something for your own lifestyle to improve. So I would say that one is one of the biggest difference, like all the partnerships that we have.
As an international company, Common Ground prides itself for easily adapting to the culture and personality of the place they establish their brand in.
If you really want to survive in a place like the Philippines or like Southeast Asia, something that you really have to do is localize the product. We really work very hard to have a lot of local partnerships. Like we really try to approach like all the local banks, local accounting firms, law firms, so we can really provide these local services because at the end of the day, you really need to localize. So I think that's one of the biggest things that we have done.
Inspiring interiors can promote creativity and motivation the same way it provides a good impression with the people you transact and deal with. Tell us about the design and why you decided to create this mood and look for Common Ground.
So the interior designer, his name is Adrian Kent. He's from Malaysia and he's been doing Common Ground since day one. He really puts a lot of effort in creating awesome spaces. For Common Ground, he decided to go for like a sort of like a Scandinavian style. That's the kind of feeling that you have, like you just go there and still very like vibrant, but it's very professional at the same time. So you have that balance. You can just chill in like loungery like this, like the lounges that we have in the venues, but you can also have like a proper meeting with like investors.
Something you mentioned also earlier that is unique to Common Ground is that you really create events that add value to your members. So tell us about that.
We have two types of events. We have for work improvement events, and then we have the very lifestyle events. So for work, I would say the most successful one will be things like town hall. So we gather all the community and we get maybe like 4 members every time to talk about their company, their services, so they can really share what they do.
Because sort of like networking.
It's 100% networking, correct. So I would say that people come to co-working spaces because they really actually want to grow their network. But people at the same time is very shy. So we are the ones who kind of like push them a little bit, like we're kind of like the icebreakers with this type of events. So you have a town hall that is very professional. They talk about their company and their services. So in this way, you help them to collaborate with each other and to really build what a community actually means.
Each Common Ground venue houses their signature components: a cafe, event space, board and meeting rooms, lounges, call booths, and 3 formats of the standard workspace: hot desks, fixed desks, and private offices. To give us a tour here around Common Ground, we have Alex, who is the head of sales. Hi, Miss Alex.
Hi, welcome to Common Ground.
Okay, so from the reception, we are entering this, what do you call this name?
This is what we call the grounds.
The grounds.
So on a normal day, it looks like your own living room, but we also use this as an events venue. So for our members, they can choose to rent this for their events, or even non-members actually. Yeah,
Okay,
that's
so
great.
this right here where we are is the Rockwell branch, but you also
This
have
is-
two other branches.
Yes, this is the Rockwell branch, but we have BGC, it's in Arthaland, and then we also have in IBP Tower, it's in Ortigas. The good thing about Common Ground, if you become a member from any of our venues, you can get to use all of the venues, even in Malaysia and in Thailand as well.
Right. Oh, I love it. I guess this is more of the lounge, work on your laptop
Yeah,
type
there
area.
exactly. So there are sometimes some of the members from inside, like private offices or even for the hot desk area, they can come here, they can chill. So that's
Yeah.
that's the good thing about working in a co-working space, because you're not really limited in the four corners of your office. You
Right.
can basically go out here, have some work here, have coffee, and then
Right.
you can mingle with other members as well.
Right, but behind us, we see quite a busy area. What
Yep.
do you call this area?
We call that area hot desk.
Okay.
So hot desk area is basically a 9 to 6, Monday to Friday access. So basically those people are mostly freelancers or they're one-man team. So they can actually use it from that side, or they can choose to work here as well. For hot desk, it's not a permanent seat,
Oh, okay.
so they can move around.
Okay. But is there a locker system where they can perhaps leave
For the hot
things?
desk, no. There's no lockers, because
okay.
these are the people who doesn't have a normal
Right.
office hours. They just want to come here instead of going in a normal coffee shop
Yeah.
where they pay the coffee and they have to pay for the Wi-Fi as well.
Right.
Then they just come over here,
Okay.
and they feel more relaxed because they can actually access the beautiful venue. They can have free coffee as well.
Yeah.
Unlimited free flow of coffee. Yeah.
Instantly, when you walk into Common Ground, there is a whiff of deliciousness and coffee goodness.
Yep.
So yeah, tell us about this area.
So this is our own cafe. We call it We the People.
Okay.
So, although we serve free coffee inside, so this is paid, but this is open for everyone here in the building. Like, even if you're not a member, you can just go up here and have some
Oh,
coffee.
cool. So it's a regular functioning cafe,
Yes,
not
that's
exclusive
correct.
to members.
And then sometimes
Yeah.
if we have events as well, so they cater for the events. They're the one who provides the food.
Yes, I love it. In the full menu, sandwiches, wraps, pastries, cookies, and cakes.
Salads, yeah,
And an extensive
drinks.
drink menu. All different kinds of coffee. Oh, flat white,
And they
Cuban
have
latte.
and they have a very, very friendly baristas.
Hi! Oh, they're super busy preparing. What is that you're preparing? Roasted chicken and ham and cheese sandwich. Nagutom ako. But yeah, I think one of the best things about this also is that you have an excellent view, really, especially when all the blinds are up.
Yep, that's correct. So that's one of the signature thing about Common Ground.
Yeah.
We wanted to, all of our venues, you would really see a very good view.
Of course, we saw the amenities, smelled the food. If someone does want to become a member, what are the different ways in which they can be one?
There are different ways for you to become a member. Number one is you can just walk in to any of our branches, like again in BGC, here in Rockwell and Ortigas. And then you can speak to any of the salesperson, and then from there you can just have to choose what type of membership that you want. Or you can also send us a message via Facebook or through our website.
Yes, I love it. Okay, thank you very much.
You're very much welcome. Thank you for visiting us.
Offices are no longer limited to the four corners of a room. It has become more than just a space to work in. In order for you to grow, go out, collaborate, create communities that complement your work. Create the ideal office space for your needs and gain flexibility in a fast-changing business world.
And before we say goodbye, we would like to thank Pottery Barn Philippines for hosting us for today's episode. We'll see you again next week for more inspiring ideas and stories that give us different perspectives on how to live life with style. I'm Bianca Gonzalez, from Living Spaces to Living Life Beyond its confines. This is your ultimate guide to modern living.